mystic tales and legends. Enter a world of ancient stories and forgotten legends.
Long ago, in the days when the forest still whispered secrets, and the rivers carried messages from the spirit world, there was a beautiful young woman named Adana. She lived in the village of Umunze, a peaceful community surrounded by thick forest and rolling hills. Adana was known throughout the land for her beauty. Her skin glowed like polished bronze. Her eyes sparkled like stars reflected on water. Her laughter was so sweet that children followed her wherever she goes.
Children, gather close. I have a story
despite
for you.
her beauty,
Yes, please tell us.
Adana possessed
Grandmother,
something
thank you
even
for
more
everything.
precious.
My
She had a
child,
kind
you have
heart.
learned well.
She helped
Your
the
wisdom
elderly.
will always guide me.
She comforted the sick. She shared food with the hungry.
We must stand
The villagers
united.
loved her
The challenges
deeply.
ahead are great.
As
We are
Adana
with you,
grew
leader.
older, many young men came seeking her hand in marriage. Farmers, hunters, warriors, even the son of a wealthy chief. But Adana refused them all. She believed that one day she would meet the man destined for her. One evening during the annual moon festival, the village gathered beside the great river. Drums echoed through the night. Women danced. Children laughed. The air smelled of roasted yams and spices. As Adana wandered away from the celebration to enjoy the cool evening breeze, she noticed someone standing beneath an ancient Iroko tree. It was a man she had never seen before. He was tall, handsome, dressed in spotless white garments. His eyes seemed to glow softly in the moonlight. When he smiled, Adana felt her heart skip a beat. "Good evening," he said. His voice was calm and gentle. "Good evening," Adana replied. "My name is Obinna." "Mine is Adana." The stranger nodded. "I know." Adana found that unusual. Yet, she could not explain why she felt completely comfortable in his presence. They talked for hours beneath the moon. When the festival ended, Obinna disappeared into the darkness. The next evening, he returned. Then the next, and the next. Soon, they became inseparable. Months passed. Adana fell deeply in love. When Obinna asked her to marry him, she joyfully agreed. The villagers were surprised. No one knew where Obinna was from. No one knew his family. No one had ever seen him enter the village during the daytime. But Adana was happy. That seemed enough. Only one person remained troubled. An old woman named Mama Nkem. She was the village storyteller and healer. One day, she called Adana aside. "My daughter," she said gently, "be careful." Adana smiled. Why? Mama Nkem lowered her voice. "There is something strange about this man." Adana laughed. "You worry too much." The old woman shook her head. "I have lived many years. Some things are not what they seem. But love often closes ears that should listen." Adana ignored the warning. Soon the wedding was celebrated. It was the grandest ceremony the village had seen in years. There was dancing, singing, feasting. The drums played until sunrise. After the wedding, Obinna told Adana they would live in his homeland. "It is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place," he promised. Far beyond the forest, Adana said goodbye to her family and followed her husband. They traveled deep into the wilderness, farther than she had ever gone before. The trees grew taller. The shadows grew darker. Birdsong faded. At last, they arrived at a magnificent palace hidden among giant trees. The palace shimmered like silver beneath the moonlight. Adana gasped. "It is beautiful." Obinna smiled. "It is our home." Life here seemed wonderful at first. Servants attended to every need. The gardens bloomed year-round. Food appeared whenever she desired it. Jewels filled her chambers. Yet, strange things began to happen. The servants never spoke. They seemed to glide rather than walk. The palace appeared empty during the day, and every evening, strange whispers echoed through the halls. One night, Adana awoke to discover Obinna was missing. She searched the palace. She called his name. No answer came. Then she heard voices outside. Following the sound, she reached a hidden courtyard. There she froze in horror. Dozens of pale figures stood beneath the moon. Some seemed half-transparent. Others glowed faintly. They were not human. And standing among them was Obinna. His appearance had changed. His eyes shone like fire. His body radiated silver light. Adana gasped. The figure stunned. Obinna saw her. For a long moment, neither spoke. Finally, he stepped forward. I was hoping you would never discover the truth. Adana trembled. What are you? The spirit lowered his head. I am not a man. Fear filled her heart. You lied to me. I loved you. But you deceived me. Obinna looked sorrowful. I am a spirit prince. The words echoed through the night. Adana remembered Mama and Kim's warning. Suddenly, everything made sense. The palace, the silent servants, the moonlight appearances, the mysterious disappearances. Tears filled her eyes. Why did you marry me? The spirit answered softly. Because I truly loved you. For many days, Adana remained heartbroken. Part of her still loved Obinna, yet part of her felt betrayed. The spirit world was not meant for humans. She missed her family. She missed sunlight. She missed laughter. Most of all, she missed feeling free. One evening, she knelt beneath a giant tree and prayed. She prayed for wisdom, for courage, for guidance. As she prayed, a familiar voice spoke behind her. Adana. She turned. Standing there was Mama and Kim, or rather her spirit. The old woman smiled gently. My daughter. Adana ran to her. Mama and Kim. The old healer touched her cheek. You must return home. How? The path exists for those brave enough to walk it. Mama and Kim handed her a small carved amulet. This will guide you. Then she vanished. That night, Adana made her decision. She approached Obinna. I cannot stay. Pain crossed his face. I know. I belong among my people. The spirit nodded sadly. I feared this day would come. For the first time since learning the truth, they spoke honestly. No lies, no secrets, only truth. At dawn, Obinna led her to the edge of the spirit kingdom. The forest shimmered around them. I truly loved you, he said. Adana wiped away tears. I believed you, and I will always love you. But our words are different. The spirit smiled sadly, then go in peace. As the first rays of sunlight touched the horizon, Obinna began fading. His form grew transparent. His voice became distant. Remember me kindly, he said. Then he disappeared. Only silver mist remained. Guided by the amulets, Adana journeyed home. Days later, she reached Umunze. The villagers rejoiced. Her family embraced her. Many thought she had been gone forever. When Mama and Kim heard the story, She nodded knowingly. The spirit world often appears beautiful from afar. Years passed. Adana never remarried again. Instead, she became a wise storyteller like Mama and Kim. Children gathered around her every evening. Visitors traveled distant land to hear her tales. And whenever she told the story of the spirit prince, she ended with these words: "Love is precious, but love without truth becomes a shadow. Beauty can deceive. And no matter how wonderful a dream may seem, never forget who you are and where you belong." The children would sit quietly beneath the stars. The elders would nod in agreement. And somewhere deep within the forest, where the moon shone brightly, some claimed they occasionally saw a figure dressed in white, standing beneath an ancient tree, watching, remembering, and smiling. Many seasons had passed since Adana returned from the spirit kingdom. The people of Umonze still remember the day she walked out of the forbidden forest. They remembered her torn clothes. They remember the strange glowing amulet around her neck. They remember the story she told. A story of a man who was not truly a man. A palace hidden beyond the eyes of humans. A kingdom that existed before the living world and the unseen world. Many believed her. Many feared her. And some whispered when she walked by.
That is the woman who married a spirit.
Years passed, but no one forgot. Adana became older and wiser. She no longer cared about beauty, expensive clothes, or admiration. The spirit world had taught her something. Not everything that shines is gold. Not every smile carries truth. And not every stranger who brings gifts brings blessings. Every evening, children gathered around the great fire to hear her stories.
Tell us about the spirit prince.
The spirit prince. He was a brave and kind soul.
Tell us about the palace that appears only under the moon.
Under the full moon's glow, the palace rises.
Adana would smile sadly, because every story reminded her of Chike, the spirit who deceived her, the spirit who loved her, the spirit she left behind. Sometimes late at night, when the village slept, Adana would stand outside and stare towards the forbidden forest. Part of her wondered,
Was Chike still there? Did spirits forget? Or did they remember forever?
she never received an answer. Until one night, a night when everything changed. The moon disappeared. For the first time in hundreds of years, darkness covered Umueze. No stars, no moonlight, no night insects singing, only silence. The villagers stepped outside their homes afraid.
What is happening?
The ancestors are angry!
The spirits are moving!
Then suddenly, a cold wind passed through the village. The great Iroko tree at the center of Umueze began shaking. Its leaves turned silver. The same silver color Adana remembered from the spirit kingdom. Her heart started beating faster.
No. It cannot be.
From the darkness came a
Adana.
familiar voice. A voice she had not heard in many years.
Adana.
Adana. She froze. Slowly she turned around. Standing at the edge of the forest was a man dressed in white. The villagers screamed and ran. But Adana remained still. She knew those eyes. She knew that voice. Chike, the spirit prince, had returned. But something was different. The powerful glowing prince she remembered looked weak. His light was fading. His face carried sadness.
What happened to you?
I warned myself never to return.
Then why are you here?
The spirit prince became silent. Then he spoke words that changed
Because
everything.
our worlds are dying.
Our world!
The human world and spirit world are connected. The balance has been broken.
Why?
The spirit prince looked into her
Because
eyes.
of me. I broke the oldest law of my people.
What law?
A spirit must never give his heart completely to a human.
Adana could not speak.
Because when I married you, I gave you something I can never take back.
What?
My spirit light.
Suddenly, the amulet around Adana's neck began glowing. The same amulet Mama and Kim gave her years ago. Adana stared in shock. All these years, she thought it was only protection. She never knew it carried part of Chike's power. Before she could speak, a terrifying sound came from deep inside the forest. Chike turned quickly.
They found me.
His face became serious.
The Spirit Council. And they are coming for you.
The words left Chike's mouth like thunder. Adana felt the ground beneath her feet grow cold. The forest that had been silent suddenly came alive. The trees bent without wind. The leaves whispered in strange voices. The darkness between the trees began to move. The villagers of Umweze stepped backward in fear. One by one, tall figures appeared from the forest. They wore long silver robes. Their faces were hidden beneath ancient masks. Their footsteps made no sound. The Spirit Council had arrived. The older spirit stepped forward. His voice sounded like many voices speaking
Chike,
at once.
Prince of the Hidden Kingdom, you broke the law that existed before mountains were formed. You crossed into the human world. You loved a daughter of the earth. And you gave away your spirit light.
I made my choice.
Your choice has weakened two worlds.
The sky trembled. The great Iroko tree shook again.
The power that belongs to our kingdom lives inside her.
I never asked for this.
No, but now you carry it. And because you carry it, you must answer for it. She is innocent. Punish me instead.
You still do not understand. Your punishment has already begun.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I see the spirit kingdom, but it is no longer the beautiful palace I remember. The silver walls are cracking, the magical
Adana
rivers
saw
are
the
drying.
spirit kingdom, but it was no longer the beautiful palace she remembered. The silver walls were cracking. The magical rivers were drying. The glowing trees were losing their light. The spirits were suffering. Adana covered her mouth.
What happened?
When a spirit prince gives away his light, the kingdom loses its protector.
Chike looked down. He finally understood. His love had created a wound between worlds. Adana looked at the suffering kingdom. The same place she once feared. The same place she escaped. And yet, she felt sadness. What can be done, she asked. Everyone looked at her. The spirit elder became quiet. There's only one way. What way? You must return to the spirit kingdom. Chike immediately refused. No. She almost lost herself there. I will not allow it. The elder stared at him. You no longer have the power to stop what's coming. Suddenly, a loud roar came from deep inside the forbidden forest. The spirit council turned. For the first time, Adana saw fear in their eyes.
What was that?
The darkness that was locked away centuries ago. It has awakened.
The ground cracked. Black smoke rose from the forest. The trees began dying instantly. Chike grabbed Adana's hand. We must leave. Where? He looked towards the forest, back to the place where everything started. The spirit kingdom. Adana looked back at Umweze. Her home, her people, her life. She had spent years trying to forget the spirit world. Now she had to return, not as a wife, not as a prisoner, but as the only person who would save both worlds. The spirit elder opened a glowing doorway between the trees. Beyond it stood the forgotten path, the path Adana promised never to walk again. She took a deep breath, then stood forward. Chike followed. Together they entered the doorway, and behind them, the gates between humans and spirits closed. But deep inside the darkness, something ancient opened its eyes and whispered,
Adana has returned.
The moment Adana and Chike crossed the glowing doorway, the world behind them disappeared. The sound of Umweze faded. No voices, no footsteps, only the whisper of the spirit wind. Adana slowly opened her eyes. Before her stood the spirit kingdom, but it was no longer the beautiful kingdom she remembered. The golden rivers had turned dark. The trees that once carried glowing leaves stood weak and empty. The palace that once touched the stars was broken. Adana's heart became heavy.
What happened here?
This is the price of my choice. When I gave you my spirit light, I did not only give you my heart. I gave you the power that protected this kingdom.
Adana held the glowing amulet. For the first time, she understood why the darkness wanted her. Far beneath the spirit kingdom, in a place where no light had entered for centuries, the ancient darkness opened its eyes. The chain around it began to break. One by one, a deep voice filled the shadows.
The daughter of humans has returned, the one carrying the spirit light. After all these years, my freedom has come.
Back in the palace, the spirit council gathered. Chike and Adana stood before them. The spirit elder raised his staff.
Long ago, before humans and spirits lived separately, there was another ruler. His name was Zarek, the Shadow King. I am the master of shadows, the king of this dark realm. Behold the power that will consume all. None shall defy my will. He wanted control over both worlds. I believed humans were weak and spirits deserved to rule them.
What happened to him?
Chike became silent.
We defeated him, but we could not destroy him. So we locked him away using the strongest power in our kingdom, the royal spirit light.
Sir, is this the same light you gave me?
Yes, and when the light left this kingdom, the prison holding Zarek became weak.
Suddenly, the palace began shaking. The ground cracked. A cold wind entered the room. Then a voice echoed through the kingdom.
Did you think chains could hold me forever? Zarek!
Outside the palace, the sky turned black. Dark clouds covered the kingdom.
We will not yield to you.
From the mountain came an army of shadows. The forgotten warriors of Zarek had awakened. The spirit council prepared for battle. But the elder looked at Adana.
This fight cannot be won with swords.
Why?
Because Zarek does not fear our power, he fears yours.
Mine! I am only human.
No, Adana. You are the first person in history to carry both a human heart and spirit light. You are the bridge between two worlds.
Suddenly, the palace doors exploded open. A tall figure walked through the smoke. His eyes burned like fire. His crown was made from darkness itself. The Shadow King had arrived. Chike stood in front of Adana.
Still protecting her after everything she caused?
What do you mean?
They never told you the truth.
What truth?
You were not chosen because Chike loved you. You were chosen long before you met him.
What are you saying?
Your destiny began before you were born. Your family has been connected to the spirit kingdom for generations.
My family?
Ask them about your mother.
What does he mean about my mother?
But Chike could not answer, because he already knew. Far away in Umweze, an old woman opened her eyes. Mama and Kim, she felt the darkness rising. She looked towards the forbidden forest. A tear rolled down her face.
Adana, the time has come for you to know who you truly are.
The spirit palace remained silent. Adana stared at Chike.
What does he mean about my mother?
Adana, there are things I wanted to tell you, but I was forbidden.
Forbidden by who?
By us.
You all knew.
Your mother was not an ordinary woman.
Many years ago, before you were born, she entered the spirit kingdom.
My mother came here.
Yes, she was the first human chosen by the spirit light.
Long ago, Adana's mother, Nneka, was the most courageous woman in Umweze. One night, the forbidden forest called her name. Instead of running, she answered. Deep inside the forest, she discovered a hidden doorway between worlds. The spirits feared humans. Humans feared spirits. But Nneka saw something different. She saw two worlds that needed peace. The spirit elder gave her a choice. Return home or become the guardian between humans and spirits. Nneka chose to protect both. Adana listened with tears in her eyes.
Why did nobody tell me?
Because your mother wanted you to have a normal life. She knew one day darkness would return, and she knew it would search for you.
Suddenly, the amulet around Adana's neck began glowing brighter. The Shadow King's voice echoed.
Enough secrets. It is time she learns everything.
The vision appeared. Adana saw her mother standing against Zarek many years ago. She saw the final battle. She saw the moment her mother disappeared. Adana whispered.
My mother didn't die. Where is she?
Nobody answered.
I know where she is.
Where?
With me.
Adana's heart raced.
I cannot breathe. My mother is alive?
Alive, but trapped. Waiting for the daughter who never came.
The vision disappeared. Adana
You
turned
lied
to the
to me.
spirit council.
We protected you.
No. You protected your secrets.
She walked towards the palace doors. Chike followed.
Where are you going?
To find my mother.
You cannot enter Zarek's prison alone.
Then come with me.
Their journey took them beyond the spirit mountains, to a place where even spirits feared to go. The Valley of Lost Souls. The trees had no leaves. Rivers carried forgotten memories. Whispers surrounded them. Then they saw it, the prison made of black stone. Inside was a woman Adana had dreamed of since childhood. Her mother, Nneka. The woman slowly opened her eyes. She looked at Adana. A tear fell. My daughter.
My daughter.
But before they could reach her, the ground opened. Zarek appeared.
You finally came.
Release my mother.
Your mother is not my prisoner.
What?
Adana became confused.
Tell her the truth.
Adana. Adana.
I am the reason the darkness escaped.
You?
Many years ago, I thought I could destroy Zarek forever. But I made a mistake. I used forbidden magic. I opened a door that should never have been opened.
Zarek smiled.
Your mother created me.
The darkness already existed. But my mistake gave it a body. That body became Zarek.
What have you done?
Adana looked at the Shadow King.
So all this started because of my family. No, our family did not create darkness. We were chosen because we had the courage to fight it.
Suddenly, Zarek attacked.
You
Chike
cannot
tried to
escape!
protect Adana,
Chike!
but his weak spirit light failed. He fell. Chike, Adana ran to him. His glow was disappearing. Nneka looked afraid.
His time is running out. How do I save him? You must return his spirit light.
Adana touched the amulet.
If I give it back, what happens to me?
Nneka became silent.
You may never return to the human world again.
What do you mean?
The path you tread is irreversible.
What? Never!
The path we take is final. I am afraid.
I understand.
Adana stood between two choices. Save herself or save Chike and the two worlds. She remembered Umweze. She remembered the people she loved. She remembered everything Chike gave up for her. Then she removed the amulet.
I
Chike
chose
shook his
this.
head.
Was this?
She smiled.
And now I choose to.
The amulet rose into the sky. A bright light covered the kingdom. The broken rivers flowed again. The dying trees came back to life. Chike's power returned, but Adana began disappearing.
No! Impassable! She is not losing power. She is becoming something new.
Adana opened her eyes. She was different. She was no longer only human. She was not a spirit. She was something the world has never seen before. A guardian of both. And Zarek knew for the first time he could lose. The skies opened. Human and spirit stood together. For the first time in centuries, they were no longer enemies. They were one army. Zarek released all his darkness. Mountains shook. The spirit kingdom trembled. But Adana walked forward without fear.
You used fear to divide us, but fear ends today.
No!
This is not the end. There are older things than me. Things sleeping beneath both worlds.
Peace returned. The spirit kingdom healed. Umweza celebrated. Adana returned home. But she was no longer the woman who married the spirits. She was the woman who united two worlds.
Long live the Queen! Together, we will forge a future of prosperity and magic.
Years later, children gathered around the fire. They told the legend of Adanna and Chike.
The legend of Adana and Chike, a human, a spirit, and a love powerful enough to change destiny.
But deep beneath the earth, something older than Zarek heard the story and opened its eyes.
Let's race to the big tree! I'm gonna win!
Have fun, little ones. Such joyful spirits.
Whee! Almost there!
Many years had passed
Enjoying
since
the
the defeat
water?
of Zarek.
Yes, come play!
Peace returned to Umweze. Children played again. The rivers sang again. The spirit kingdom shone brighter than ever. Adanna and Chike became symbols of unity between humans and spirits. For the first time in history, the two worlds trusted each other. But peace sometimes makes people forget old warnings. Deep beneath the earth, far below the roots of the oldest trees, something was listening. Something older than the spirit kingdom, older than the first kingdom, older than the first stories ever told. A voice whispered,
Zarek has fallen.
The Guardian has awakened. Now it is my turn.
Across Umweze, every fire suddenly went out.
No, it cannot be.
What is it?
Before spirits, before humans, there was the first shadow. The beginning of all darkness. I thought it was only a legend.
The elder shook his head. All legends begin with truth.
All legends begin with truth.
That night, Adana dreamed of a forgotten kingdom buried under the earth. She saw ancient spirits trapped in stone. She saw a throne covered with roots. And sitting upon it was a being with eyes like burning stars. It spoke her name.
Adana, you defeated my servant. Now face the master.
Adana woke suddenly. Her amulet was growing black. The final battle had not ended. It had just begun. A strange child appeared at the border of Umweze. Nobody knew what she came from. Nobody knew where she came from. She carried no food, no belongings, no fear. The villagers gathered around her. What is your name? They asked. The little girl looked up.
My name is Amara.
Adana froze. She had heard that name before. In her dreams, the child walked towards her.
I have been searching for you.
For me?
The darkness is coming. The darkness is coming! And only the last guardian can stop it.
Adana became confused.
I am the Guardian.
No, you were the beginning. I am an end.
Everyone became silent. The spirit council examined Amara. What they discovered shocked them. She carried human strength, spirit light, and ancient power from before both worlds existed. Impossible, whispered the elder. Chike looked worried.
What does this mean? It means the final prophecy has started.
Far beneath the earth, the first shadow smiled.
The child has arrived. Now I can finally return.
The enemy gathers in the eastern pass. We must strike before dawn. My lord, our scouts report they have heavy cavalry.
The spirit council prepared for war.
Good. Mobilize the archers. We march at first light.
But Adana noticed something strange. The enemy always knew their plans. Every secret path, every hidden place. Someone was helping the darkness. Someone close. One night, Adana followed a shadow through the palace. The person entered the forbidden chamber. When the moonlight revealed their face, Adana stepped back. No. It was the spirit elder, the one who guided them, the one who protected them, the one they trusted.
Why?
Because I was afraid. Long ago, the first shadow promised him the power to protect the spirit kingdom forever.
But every gift had a price. He accidentally helped awaken
I thought
the
I was
greatest
saving
enemy.
everyone.
Fear can make even wise people lose their way.
Suddenly, the palace walls broke. The first shadow had arrived, and this time, nobody could stop him. The only hope was an ancient kingdom hidden beneath the ocean, a kingdom older than Umweze, older than the spirits, a place where the first magic was created. Adanna, Chike and Amara traveled across dangerous waters. For 7 nights they sailed.
Look! The castle draws near!
Brace for the waves!
Until the ocean opened. Beneath the waves stood a glowing kingdom, the lost kingdom of Mmiri. The queen welcomed them.
We have waited for you. You know me? We knew you before you knew yourself.
She revealed the greatest secret.
Humans and spirits were once one people. The first shadow separated them. He created fear. He created distrust. He created the walls between worlds.
How do we defeat him? Chike asked. The queen answered, not with power, with unity. Above them, the ocean turned dark. The first shadow had found them. The final war was beginning. The first shadow covered both worlds. The sun disappeared. The moon disappeared. Hope disappeared. Humans blamed spirits. Spirits blamed humans. The old hatred returned. The first shadow laughed.
You see? They will never be one.
You are wrong.
She called upon every memory, every act of kindness, every sacrifice, every friendship. Lights began returning, not from magic, but from the heart of the people. The first shadow weakened.
No! This cannot be!
Darkness survives when people are divided. And today, we stand together.
The final light appeared. The final shadow vanished forever. But victory had a cost. The doorway between worlds began closing. Adana had one final choice. Stay with humans or stay with Chike. Adana stood between 2 worlds. Behind her was Umweze, her childhood, her people, her home. Before her was the spirit kingdom. Chike, her destiny. Tears filled her eyes. Why must I choose? Then Amara stepped forward. Maybe you were never meant to choose. Maybe you were meant to create something new. Adana placed her hands on the doorway. Her light spread everywhere. The wall between worlds disappeared. Not destroyed, changed. Humans and spirits would no longer live in fear. They would learn from each other, protect each other, respect each other. Years passed. Adanna and Chike's story became the greatest legend ever told. Around fires, under moonlight.
Our story began around this fire, under the moonlight.
Years passed, and it became the greatest legend ever told.
Told around fires, under moonlight.
Our eternal legend.
parents told their children.
Once there was a woman who married a spirit, but she became much more. She became the woman who joined two worlds.
And deep inside the forest,
Adana,
the tree still whispered her name.
the guardian of two worlds.